Junt Podcast. Here it is. There's our logo. This is gonna be a new podcast. It's dedicated to talking about everything geeky, as they say, anime, manga, whatever. Just my thoughts on certain things, Marvel, DC, whatever I'm feeling. Heck. In today's podcast, our entry one, check out that logo, man. I'm just kind of hammered by it. It's a great logo. Anyway, first episode is called Would You Get a Drink with John Walker? Now, for all of you who don't know who John Walker is, he's this handsome fella. Yes, you see him. Look at that smile on that guy, that toothless grin. You can never trust anybody with a toothless smile, but that's John Walker. And he is was, I'm not going to spoil the show. He is the new Captain America. That's why he's dressed like that. Yeah, just in case you didn't watch Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers, no longer with us. He has transcended on into I don't know where he went to. He went to go see Peggy, came back, he was old. Okay. Might still be alive. I don't know. He might be dead. Who knows? But this guy is the new Captain America for our Disney Plus show that came out this spring, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, look at those handsome fellas. Anthony Mackie as Falcon, and Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier. I want to refer to him as Bucky because I like saying Bucky much more than I like saying the Winter Soldier. So, this episode is called Would You Get a Drink with John Walker? Now, let me give you some background information on Mr. Walker. All right. John Walker is our new Captain America. But he's running into some issues, right? He's running into some issues. And this happens early on in the season. You see that he's really trying to be his own version of Captain America. He doesn't really want to be what Steve Rogers was. He understands the importance of what Steve Rogers did. Does he really? I don't know. But he sees himself as the new Captain America. Now, little background information. Falcon was supposed to be our new Captain America. But as you know, he reneged on the job. But as good old America does, just because you choose not to be something doesn't mean that we're not going to make something out of what you chose not to be. So, Steve Rogers, Captain America, Falcon was supposed to be Captain America, didn't choose to do it. So, then Captain America just disappeared? No. We found John Walker. And John Walker was an Iraqi war hero who, in the show, an Iraqi war hero who got the Medal of Honor, all that jazz, and like a first choice to be Captain America. But as we learn, he has his own little issues that he's still working through. Probably to this day, this very second I'm talking, he's probably still working through them. But John had a compadre, Lemar Hoskins. Lemar, like a lemur, Lemar. Anyway, Lamar was his right hand man. He was his sidekick buddy, Battlestar Galactica, Battle Chip, Battle Blade, Beyblade. It was Battlestar. That was his name, Battlestar. And he was kind of like the guy that kept everything in check. The guy that's like, hey man, that hype man, like, ah man, you got this, you can do this, you can do this. Don't feel so bad. We here, we're in this together. Yeah. And I think they even served together. Anyway, he was John's confidant. More so in that, I think he helped keep John sane because the stress of being Captain America could sometimes cause you to go a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If you watch the show, like I said, baby spoilers, you'll see where he gets a little cuckoo. Anyway, Lamar, John, Falcon, and Winter Soldier, Bucky, their main antagonist is this chick. Now, this is Carly. Carly, even though she looks like a little teenage soccer player, basketball chick, she is the main villain. Well, villain. She is the antagonist of this thing. Carly leads this group called the Flag Smashers, who want to rewrite everything that happened post Flip, First blip. So when the blip happened, half the universe disappeared when Thanos snapped his fingers through your step. When he did that, and the world kind of had to come together because people wanted to be united, have a united front. And everything was good. But after the blip happened, everybody was like, you know how we came together? Let's go back our separate ways, which left a lot of refugees because a lot of people moved in for the cohesiveness, and then it went whoosh, disappeared when everybody came back. Now the Flag Smashers were a group that was like, no, that's wrong. Refugees. You know, nah, man, we're gonna fix it back to where it used to be. But also, I think they were experimented on because Carly has super soldier serum in her. Anyway, they definitely have the physical means to back up. They have the means to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. With the super soldier serum, obviously, making them super soldiers. So let's go back to John Walker. John Walker is not a super soldier. He was not like Steve. It's not like Falcon either. He doesn't really have a lot of tech and that type of wherewithal. Avengers backing, and he doesn't. He's not like Bucky because Bucky's a super soldier too. He doesn't have that going for him, but he does have the PTSD that Bucky has. Anyway, he's a regular guy. So is Lamar. They're just regular guys trying to be the new America linchpin for heroic justice because the appealing of regular guys doing unregular things on heroic acts. That's a big deal. And John, he's had his issues because these guys are dealing with their own thing. Like this show is set up where there's a lot of things going on, and not really, even though they're kind of in the same room, they're not really connected because they're in the same room a lot of times. But Falcon's sorting out his stuff, Bucky's sorting out his stuff, and essentially John is sorting out his stuff. And John was looking for a backing from these guys. They just didn't have the time to like babysit him and give him encouraging words. And they really didn't even want him to be the new Captain America, to be honest. They didn't like him. And to be fair to him, I don't think he really stood a chance. I mean, when people don't like you, they can find anything to validate why they don't like you. And with him, they found things and some stuff he gave them easily to find. But Lamar didn't. Lamar was his backup guy. So John's confidence took a turn when he was being very unsuccessful, was not able to secure any good intel, was not really able to bond with Falcon and Bucky, and was really getting beat up a lot. Like for Captain America, he was taking a lot of L's. That's an L. That's an L. He was taking a big one of these. Big L. And that weighed on his psyche. He started to doubt himself, anger issues, all that stuff that was kind of like dormant, started popping out. You're like, oh, hold up, bro. You're supposed to be Captain America. You're supposed to be like representing everything that's great. And you're showing some real psycho signs, real crazy signs. Not a bad guy, just crazy. We all know people who are crazy but aren't bad. That's him. And so Lamar, again, I keep leaning on Lamar. Lamar was the glue and tape that was holding this guy's psyche towards him being a hero together. And Carly, she kind of hit that with a train, literally. She kind of literally hit. Let me give you background. So, episode, John, his whole deal is to find super serum, and he does, and they're supposed to, confiscate it and take it in for intel. But John, he's taken some L's recently, like a lot of L's. One of them was to the Black Panther guard, the all female guard. They're not even super soldiers; they're just regular humans. Got whooped pretty bad. That wasn't a good look. And he had a little conversation with Lamar. He was like, if you had a chance to take the super serum, would you take it? Lamar was like, yeah, man, of course I would. I would love to be a super soldier so I could really, compete with these guys because we're kind of out of our water when it comes to the fighting part. Well, Lamar didn't know that John had secretly snuck him some super serum, and he took some, but didn't give Lamar any. Ironic. That's gonna come back to bite you in the butt. Speaking of butt, you know how Steve was America's butt? This guy, I mean, look at that thing. He's definitely America's chin. That's a strong chin. Anyway, sad tears. They get into a fight. This chick who has super serum, they're going back and forth because John now has super serum. Everybody kind of knows it now. They're like, oh, hey, you took it. I mean, it's kind of like a knock on him. Not a big knock, but like, oh, okay, that's very distasteful. You shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, he still ain't fighting that great. I mean, he's still getting whooped. He's stronger, but it ain't helping nothing. Lamar sees his buddy in trouble, comes storming in to save the day, and he meets her, which leads to this. Now, in the top photo up here, Lamar is dead because Carly punched him through a column. Being a human, a normal, regular human, that's what you call trauma. Trauma to the brain. And they don't typically end well. As you can see here, uh, John happens to be there while this happens. Sees Carly does it, tries to talk to his friend. Obviously, his friend can't talk back because Lamar Battlestar Galactica Beyblade Battlestar is dead. And at that point, so is the persona that John Walker thought Captain America should be. The Captain America and John Walker died in that scene, and something else came out of it. What it was, I don't know, but it wasn't nothing nice. Okay, it wasn't nothing nice at all. And so you have this guy. Now, who is this guy? He's a flag smasher for sure. I forget his name. It was like Dante or Jacob or Lorenzo or Jedediah, something like that. Flag smasher. He that's what we call a casualty of war. So Carly is what made Lamar look like that. Not this guy. He was in the room. Definitely was in the room. But it's like a little baby song says, if I can't get at you, I gotta get at your peoples. And he is Carly's peoples. So he gets caught up to John. John catches up with him, kind of does him up. As we're gonna see, I got a little nice clip that shows you what happens. Spoiler alert. I guess I gotta say that. But just know that guy's looking like that because John is looking like this. Not a happy camper in that photo. As you can see, a lot of anger, little pixelated look of it. Big shield in his hand. Now that shield was used for a lot of things. It wasn't used for cracking open nuts. If you get what I'm saying. It wasn't a nutcracker. But it's about to crack open something because by the end of this, that shield is gonna look like this. Yeah. And that ain't Heinz ketchup. Yeah. Buddy here, Buddy didn't have a ketchup bottle in that hoodie jacket combo, which come on, bro. He didn't have a ketchup bottle on that. So that led to this. You can kind of guess what's on the bottom of that shield. Also, as you can see in our little clip here, this was done in broad daylight. People to look at this, people saw this. It was not like something done in the dark in a corner somewhere. Now, let's just watch the vid and see what it looks like. Gets him to the face, to the chest. The guy's down there, hits him again. And again. That guy's pleading for something. I don't know what that is. And ouchie. Ouchie. People are looking. Disney kind of Bollywoods it up, so they don't want to really show too much blood. But you get what happened here, and that led to this. Now, would you get a drink with John Walker? Look, this is how I feel about it. I used to feel a certain type of way. I felt like John was justified with some of his stuff. Even in that, I was like, his best friend gets killed in front of his face. He loses it. Goes out. He reacts. And that's okay because he was just going tit for tat. Looking back at it though, John Walker can do that. John Walker can, but Captain America can't. And in that moment, he's acting in the role of Captain America. And so with that, you can't be bashing folks' heads in public, man. I mean, look at all the times we saw that Batman, was put in a precarious situation where he would have been justified to just go ahead and handle the deed. I mean, Would we really let Joker live that long as much as he done? But he was not acting in the role of Bruce Wayne. He was acting in the role of Batman. And then a public figure like Captain America was, you know, you can't be doing that type of stuff. Sorry. John Walker can. And John Walker's like a cool guy. To be honest with you, I mean, this guy's not a bad guy. I mean, he did some murder, so I guess that's kind of bad. But he really was trying to do the right thing. It just didn't work out. And it kind of went real downhill really fast. Thanks to this girl throwing this sad tears again for Battlestar to this guy, his friend. She kind of started the fuse. She lit the fuse, but the match and all that was already there. And but maybe if these guys would have been more helpful, this guy wouldn't have had to do all of that. But he's a grown man. Make your own decisions. But as far as would I get a drink with John Walker? Yeah, man. I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind having one with the guy. He's been through a lot of stuff. I'd probably buy him a few. It would have been a whole lot better, probably a better time if this guy was still here because I think he'd been a whole lot funner. He'd been smiling, definitely smiling with teeth in that one with Lamar in there. Not Lamar, just a toothless, teethless lip grin. A lot of chin in that. Not really feeling that. But overall, Falcon Winter Soldier, great show, good show. Would I say it's better than WandaVision? WandaVision kind of started off slow, but ended with a big bang. Versus Falcon, it started off a lot of action, a lot of that, but the ending was kind of precarious. Anyway, you decide for yourself. I'm giving WandaVision 2 stars. This ain't even a WandaVision episode. Giving Falcon 1.25 out of 2. 1.5 out of 2. 1.5 seems fine. 1.5 out of 2. I mean, it's very good. It's watchable. It's very watchable. And so, leave in the comments what you think about it, how you feel about John Walker, how you specifically feel about that. That episode. I mean, this happens like mid-season, I think. So it's not even the end of the season when this happens, but definitely one of the big things that shapes the whole rest of how this thing folds out. But let me know in the comments, man. We got more coming. Again, this is the Geek Jump Podcast, our first episode. To be honest with you, I'm hoping this part one pops up because I've done a stream before and I just forgot to, save it. But I think I did everything right this time. Fingers crossed. The Geek Jump Podcast. I'm your host, Trill Will. And if you have any other comments or anything else you want to talk about, just know we're going to be all over the place on this podcast, talking about any and everything. You guys have a great day, man, and just make the most out of it. All right. Peace.